Welcome back to the shed, everybody. Big Daddy here, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. Today, we're taking a trip down to the dark alley called eBay. Let's go over here to the dirt bucket. See what we can find. So, looks like we got one right here that came off of the eBay quite a while ago. So, sometimes I'll buy dirt, I'll throw it in the bucket, I'll buy more dirt, that'll go on top. I'll do a couple reviews, I'll buy more dirt, that'll go on top. And then some of these get buried and buried and buried and buried. Now this one I've been sitting on for a while. Before I started the video this time, I did make sure that they're still in business. They are still selling dirt on eBay. They still have this exact offering available for you. So I feel okay doing the review on this one still. I did pick up some dirt a while back that I sat on for too long. And by the time I got around to doing the review, the company had gone under. You can't buy the shit anymore. So that was a waste of time. But this time I did make sure that these guys are around before starting the camera. So I'm going to bring one to you. So these guys are Montana Prospectors off of eBay. And what we got from them was a 2-pound... excuse me. We got a 2-pound gold nugget, ultra rich, 100% unsearched pay dirt, Montana, number 185. I guess they number them. Now here's one funny thing I noticed. When I bought this 2-pound bag was $19.97, saying it was 50% off. It used to be $39.95. Now I bought this bag. I got this in 2018, so 2 years ago. Just almost exactly 2 years ago, but month shy of. And when I looked on there today, they're still selling it for $19.97. So I guess it never went back up. I guess it stayed $19.97 or $19.99 now. Cool. So I guess you can say 2 pounds of unsearched pay dirt for $20 is what we got into here. Now the packaging starts off, one of these priority boxes. I don't know what they're shipping in today. Maybe they switched over to bags. In the box we had the invoice, the packing slip, and then you got the bag of dirt. Single bag, no protections, no labeling on it either. It's just a clear bag in the box. So had this popped, I'd have dirt all up in my gear here, and that would be no good. But it didn't, so we're okay. Now let's zero out our solid scale here. They say we were supposed to have gotten 2 pounds of the unsearched pay dirt. I didn't see any reference to gold added. There probably is. I mean, usually these kind of sellers, they don't stay in business too long if they don't put something in their dirt. If they just go 100% unsearched, they tend to go away pretty quick. But anyways, this should be 2 pounds. It is nice and dry, so it should be all dirt weight. And we are looking at, goddamn, 2 pounds on the dot. So we got what we paid for as far as weight goes. Now the only thing to find out is if we got what we're hoping for in the gold goes. So I'm going to pause this right here, get out my classifiers. We're going to shake some things up and see what we got. Alright, we got all our classifiers ready to go. So let's start popping open this bag nice and gently, because what we got is the bag just Ziploc sealed and then some tape holding it to itself. Which, I'll be frank with you, I don't like that. Because first off, Ziplocs are fucking weak as hell, man. This isn't a super thick one, so you can already see there's some signs of wear. Now, I will be fair here. The bag has sat for a couple of years, so wear is to be expected. But I mean, it's not like I'm juggling them out here or anything, so it's just been sitting on a shelf. Either way, it's not a big deal, not anything really, because the way that it came out just fine. Nothing spilt, nothing ripped, nothing. So let's get our first classification. Now I don't think I'm gonna see anything above 1/4 inch, but we'll just check just for shits and giggles. You never know, there might be a big ass boulder of gold. So let's start by remembering what the hell we do here. Yeah, there's a couple big rocks in there, so I'm glad I did start with the quarter. Dirt is nice and dry though, so it should fly through the classifiers pretty quick. It's kind of dusty, so that tells me good natural pay dirt. I actually wound up being a lot more above quarter than I was expecting. Now all of this looks very quartzy, granity. So I guess that's the natural state out there in Montana. Lots of very fragile pieces breaking their way through the mesh as we're going here. I'm interested if I had a rock crusher to go through it and crush it all up really fine. Yeah, let's give it a little bit more shake. That's a stick, but there was a nail in here. Yeah, let's give it a little bit more shake, get the smaller pieces to break off and get out, and dump that out. Alright, 1/4 inch, done. Next up, we'll go to the 10 mesh. Alright, and we'll sort this out. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed this video along for you guys. I don't know if you want to sit here watching me shaking dirt. But once we get it all sorted out, we'll show you what we got and we'll go back to it. Alright, so we got it all classified up, everything all separated out. So we got down here at the low side here, or the far end here, we have the +40, the -40, powdery superfine stuff. That's our +40, our -40. See, there's a bunch of dust that flew everywhere. Next up, we have our +20. Now, for the most part, I'd say there's probably an equal amount of material in every level, which is good to see. A nice, good separation, even amounts. You know, it's never good when you get a bunch of either side. Too much sand makes it harder to go through. Too much rock makes you feel like you're wasting space. So there's a pretty good balance on the dirt. I got to give them that. Next up is our +20 sub-1/4 inch. Probably about a pound of material right there. Half of it all right there. Pretty good weight to it. And then finally the +1/4 inch. Not a whole lot of that. That's pretty light. Couple bigger pieces of some lighter material, but like I said, most of it looks like crushed granite. So that's good material. So cool. So that's what we wound up with. let's take the magnet to it and see what we got here. So we're going to start at the far end here again with the -40, because that tends to be where most of your heavies are going to sit. And the small stuff, they make their way down. At least the magnetic anyways. It separates from its parent rocks, and you wind up getting more of it down here. Now what we'll wind up with there is a alright amount, not a huge amount. Kind of lighter stuff. You can probably see it in the camera there. That's what we got there. So not a huge amount, so I don't think it'll be a big factor when we go through the end of cleanup, which is always nice. Just a little bit to give a challenge, but not enough to be a pain in the ass. Going up to, oh, this is the +10. I think I got things mixed up because I see the +40 over there. +10 actually has some decent magnetics in it as well. I think we're going to see a consistent level of that, because this is all pretty much the same rock, just crushed down, it looks like. So I'm going to assume that's their process. They have a rock mill and they just crush their ore down and sell it as pay dirt, because it's all one kind of rock. Everything. There's no mix, so I don't think this came from a river or anything. This is all one singular style, so I'm going to guess they have a mine. Anyways, +20, same amount of magnetics there. I think, like I say, we're going to see an even kill all the way through. Even amounts of the stuff. Again, same amount of magnetics there. One fair load. Now this one, of course, they're bigger rocks, so we're going to see that in every scoop. But I think we're just hitting the max amount of what will stick to my magnet here. But like I say, it's consistent all the way through. I bet the big rocks will even have some magnetic to it as well, and they definitely do. So cool. Anyways, so yeah, I hope the granite from their location has a lot of gold in it, because that's what we're looking at here, is just some crushed ore. But we'll run it through after we wet it up, and then we'll see what we got. Stick around. All right, so we got it all wetted up, and we are ready to run some dirt. Now, I want you to see my beautiful face when I'm doing this. All right, so let's start with the bigger stuff and work our way down as we usually do. I'm gonna run. Now you guys might have noticed last video, last couple videos technically, I've been switching up my style a little bit. First and foremost, you'll notice that I have a new tub. I did mention that in the last video. I did a little 3D printing action here, made myself a new clamp because the other one was getting old and rusty. Unfortunately, I didn't take into account that clamp was doing a dual duty for me. Not only was it holding this section together, but it was also part of what gave this its angle. So I had to rig up. I have a little clamp under here working as a leg that it's kind of balancing on, and so that's a little something new we're trying out today. But seems to be working pretty good. I got the right angle going. Water's flowing nice. Dirt's going through it. So hopefully that doesn't affect how much gold we catch. final words. I'm not sure if the mic was on for the last section there. I just realized that it was off because I didn't see my little audio thing going. But so we're redoing this section anyways. Final words and ROI. So we got about less than 3/4 of a gram, 3/4 of a tenth of a gram. Excuse me. 0.071. So what that comes out to is roughly, I'd say, like $2.75, 70 cents. I'm going to have the official ROI stats right here so that you can check over the actual numbers that we got. But like I said, it was pretty weak. It was pretty weak. Less than 13% ROI on that bag. Very, very low. $20 bag of dirt, I expect a little bit better, a little bit more, especially the way that it's marketed, that it's half off. Let me tell you, if I paid $40 for this, I would be livid. At $20, I'm going to take the hit, but 13% ROI is weak, man. Would I go back and get another bag from these guys? No, not at this ROI. Maybe I just got a low bag, but I feel that's kind of weak. I did like that it was all one type of rock. It made it easier to go through in that regard. There was equal amounts of dirt at every level, so not any one level of classification was overwhelming. And there was gold at 3 of those levels. The 3 that you expect to find gold, just not a whole lot. I'd say less than a tenth of a gram. So $3, $2.75 worth of gold. We're looking at like 13 ROI, 13% ROI, somewhere in that area. I'm going to call this one a pass. It just wasn't that enjoyable to go through. It was pretty bland pay dirt. The payout itself was pretty low. I would probably look to a different bag before I did a second round on these guys. Like I say, Montana Prospectors, you will find them on eBay. They've been doing this for a while now. The bag, I want to do preface that the bag that I got was a couple years old. So maybe they've gotten feedback and they've changed the way that they load their dirt. Maybe they're getting a little better dirt now. You know, since this bag was a couple years and they got a bad review here today, I think I may pick up another one just to give them another shot, just to see if maybe things have gotten better in the last couple of years. Maybe they're putting more, but we'll check back. I'll do that somewhere down the road. I got other bags of pay dirt to go through for now that we're going to work through before we go looping around to any other second chancers. Yeah, this one's going to be a pass for me. Wasn't that exciting. Got my dirt dirty, or my water dirty, and not a lot to show at the end of it. So it was only kind of meh. Happens, you know. Sometimes some are winners, some are losers, some are just kind of meh. This one's that. Anyways, I just want to thank everybody for joining me here today on Backyard Prospecting. Without you guys, there's no show. If nobody's watching, why the fuck would I be doing this? So I just want to thank you all for sticking with. Like I say, I am working on some pay dirt. I got my dirt over on the grill right now, drying it out so I can start loading these things up. Because I hate getting wet dirt, and I hate giving wet dirt. So I want to say I'm going to give people a pound of dirt, and I want to make it a pound of dry dirt, not a pound of wet dirt, because that's kind of weak. So we're making progress. I'll let you guys know when the goods are ready. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in once again, and if I don't see you out on the river, I will catch you in the backyard.